brand you, profile you. All you should be listening to is the program, the template, and the pattern of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. Today, I am very, very pleased to announce to you in the United States that the Biafra self-referendum has recorded over 49 million votes. I don't think anybody in the world will listen to that and ignore it. Over 49 million votes and still counting. This is the second phase of the self-referendum. I am telling you today that the world will be forced to listen and organize their own if they are not satisfied with the Biafra Republic government in exile self-referendum. We are not shying away from fighting Nigeria, defending ourselves. But like I said, going forward, any terrorist in the military uniform in Biafra land carrying gun, when you get them, do not treat them like human beings. They are not human beings. And that's the difference. That is the briefing, the instruction that have been given to the Biafra Defense Forces. So going forward, whatever images you see, do not move. It is a fight to finish. We are fighting for survival. And let me tell you, in a war, you do not see your enemy as a human. And that's the difference we're going to make going forward. So when Nigeria think that we are going to sit in our comfort zone in Europe and America and watch our people being killed, neutralized on daily basis, burn our villages, and keep quiet and continue to agitate on social media, that time is over. And everybody that is supporting this government must be very proud of how far we have gone. Biafrans in the United States, I can assure you that so far so good. We've met with decision makers, policy makers, influential politicians in the United States, both in the Congress and in other private institutions. We've met many of them, and I can assure you that when Wanza, Wanza Nanibu is dancing, there is something that is playing music. Telling you today, nobody will defeat Biafra this time around. And it is going to depend on your resoluteness and your support. We need to come together. For those who are standing on the fence, thinking that, let us watch how they are going to do. Okay, let us watch if we're going to be part of Nigeria or not. Let's see if they are going to protest in Nigeria. I am telling you today, you are wasting your time. The opportunity is here for you to come on board and continue to be part of the history that we're making. For this reason, we have created a private meeting possibility to meet myself privately, especially those of you in the United States. If you have something that is bothering you, which is the reason you are yet to support the liberation after having seen the progress that Biafra de facto government and the Biafra Republic government in exile with the Biafra Defense Forces has made. That particular concern you have, the opportunity has been created for you to book an appointment for a private meeting that will not be aired anywhere, meeting that will be confidential. The confidentiality is to the highest maximum. And you are going to have the opportunity to interact with me personally to know what your problems are and why you are yet to support Biafra. This opportunity is given to some of you in the United States, and it is going to be happening on a weekly basis. So if you have your friends in your Igbo union or in your organization that are mocking you and telling you, oh, I have issues why I have not supported Biafra, tell him that the opportunity is here. It is not time you are going to be sitting somewhere and be murmuring and thinking that we are going to fail. We are not going to fail. The only thing is that the opportunity may not come again at the end of the day, and Biafra policy will deal with you. So my people in the United States, because of the stage we are entering now, as we approach December 2nd, the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, which is going to take place on the 2nd of December, as we approach that December, we need resources, we need funds to be able to defend ruthlessly the Biafra land and make sure that we evict every presence of Nigeria even before December 2nd. For this reason, we need to up our game. Upping our game is not by the weekly fundraising, which actually have done its part and will continue to do. but to step a bit forward to make sure that we have every equipment that is needed. Having the equipment is not the problem, but the fund continues to be challenged. And I have to inform all of you that in a war like this that we are fighting for survival, it requires money, it requires fund, it requires resources. Just like you see under another part of the world in Ukraine, we are not different. Ukraine is actually, we are facing more threat than Ukraine because in our own, Nigeria has declared a war and the war is being fought secret. And what we are going to be doing going forward is to make sure we bring the result of this war that Nigeria has declared on us to the public by making sure we are publishing the result of how the Biafrans are defending themselves by neutralizing these enemies. So, on this note, the people in the United States will, look for a way to better the funding of the Biafra Liberation Army. And we have a solution. And the solution is on this day, you will have the privilege to unveil, the Biafra Republic government in exile have the privilege to unveil a very strategic way to raise our defense fund in this day town hall meeting. And may I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Biafra IOU loan. The Biafra government in exile hereby unveil the Biafra IOU loan, which is going to be the game changer in the liberation of Biafra. Immediate team, over to you.
To enable the government to sustain its defense. For these reasons, we are introducing the Land Bridge, a special IOU loan in addition to our weekly fundraising. Land Bridge is a special IOU loan to get 100% interest and certificate when Biafra comes, and also be a part of the generation that has risen to restore freedom, which is our inalienable right to life, hope, dignity, and honor. For more information, go to www.biafrarepublicgov.org/IOU.
Thank you very much. On this note, the IOU of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, on behalf of the Bank of Biafra, is hereby declared open. And you do not have any reason to say you are yet to support Biafra financially. What this IOU means is that if you invest 50,000 Ejema in the Biafra liberation, as soon as Biafra is restored, it will be doubled and repaid back to you. Those who have funded Biafra liberation up to this point, we have the record of everybody. And the Biafra government has a package for every Biafran who has participated in the weekly fundraising up to date. The package is something that is very overwhelmed when you hear about it. And we're going to make it public very, very soon when we have done with the plan and the strategies that this will be done. So this does not interfere in any way. The weekly fundraising, as you know, it is only that we are looking forward to expand as we approach the Biafra Declaration in December. I want everyone to understand that what we are going to do to Nigeria, I swear to God, you will never believe. It will be worse than what is happening in Sudan. Mark my word. And at the end, Biafra will come. I want you to understand that those who stood on the way of Biafra freedom will die one after the other. And it is happening. And when they die, there is no remorse. We do not know mercy. This is a fight for survival, a fight for the right to live of our people, of generation, of millions, 80 million Biafrans. So not the corrupt politicians, not the selfish politicians, not even one person or the 0.0% of the people that are representing Nigeria within Biafra territory will truncate and make us change our mind. My fellow Biafrans in the United States, if you have families back home, remember to inform them this evening that the sit-at-home civil disobedience that will be observed like never before in Biafra history since 2021 will start tomorrow. The game is on. Do not fall a victim of Nigeria propaganda where you will be killed and blame it on Simon Ekpa. It doesn't move me. What you have here is a symbol which only you saw during the 2020 NSAS protest. For those of you who may remember, this symbol and this thing is back. What it signifies is danger. Do not mess with our freedom. You will go down for it. Today, our land will continue to swallow those who have come to kill our women and children. Do not be afraid of anybody. Do not be scared of what Nigeria state have threatened to do to you. Believe me, they will kill us. We will kill them. At the end, Biafra will come. I want to use this opportunity to call on our lobbyists, Elias, to come in here and have a few minutes to address the United States, the Biafrans in the United States. Please, the media team, if Elias is here, can you give him the mic?
Yeah, he's here. Let me give him the co-host right. 1 minute. Okay.
And
Elias, you've got the co-host.
Please. I know this is not part of your program, but you know, I crave your indulgence to allow Elias to give us just 2 minutes or 3 minutes of summary of what we have achieved this week, because the achievements is nothing to write home about. In fact, it is overwhelmed when you know what we have done this week. We've met highly, placed individuals in the United States, and the result is overwhelming, like I said. And I would like him to use a few minutes to address all of you in the United States, because it is because of you that we are able to make this happen. So we'll continue to break the doors. This week we are entering, it's gonna be another powerful week. A lot of programs, a lot of meetings are taking place. And just within a month of having the lobbyist firm, we have been able to break doors in the United States Congress and many US organizations. So Elias, I welcome you. Just 2 minutes of your time, because actually you are not officially in the program, but we use every opportunity we have and to tell our people what is going on. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Yes, when I saw that you were doing the town hall, I just thought that I should just come on and perhaps say some remarks and say hello to all my Biafran friends. So great to see you, Mr. Prime Minister, and all of the guests here today. Hello to all of you. As the Prime Minister has noted, we had an extraordinarily eventful week. Many of you have probably seen many of these activities on the Prime Minister's Twitter handle, his X handle, and it was extremely significant. Our wonderful Chief of Staff was in Washington, D.C. I took her to see some element policymakers. We had an important meeting with Congressman John Carter of Texas, who was very sympathetic to our cause, and we briefed him on the accomplishments of the Briggy government, on the great leadership of the Prime Minister, and also spoke very bluntly about the criminal nature of the Nigerian government. And we got some very strong commitments of support from him. He's another friend of Biafra. we also had, and the Prime Minister made a tweet about it. And Prime Minister, I'm glad to see it's over 100,000 views. An important meeting with Ambassador Tibor Nagy, who was a very senior official in the State Department for many decades, former U.S. ambassador to Ethiopia. He was the Assistant Secretary of African Affairs under President Trump between 2018 to 2021. And we had a very exceptional meeting with him. And we were able to speak to him for, I believe, over an hour. And he's someone who's very important because if the Republicans win in November, I believe he'll have an even more senior position in the next State Department. So we've received a lot of positive receptivity in our meetings. A lot of, and I'm not mentioning everything. I'm just mentioning a few things from this week. We've had many other meetings with senators and congressmen and so forth. I'm just relaying from the past few days. And we've privately gotten some very strong commitments. And in fact, a lot of them have said, why haven't you guys, why haven't the Biafrans approached us sooner? No one's ever brought this to our attention. So, you know, as the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. You know, so all we have to do is ask. We're now making our requests, and it's being received very well. I think it's important to understand, and this is what, you know, it's important for all the Biafrans to understand is for the United States to assist Biafra, there needs to be a formal request. There needs to be an explanation of the situation in order for them to intervene. You can't expect the international community or the U.S. government to intervene with something when you haven't even formally asked them for something. You know, the analogy I would use would be if you go to a restaurant, you don't order off the menu and then you blame the restaurant for not giving you food, right? You have to tell the U.S., the international community, hey, this is the problem and this is what we want you to do. It's that simple. And we're doing it, and we're doing it successfully. And we're making huge progress very quickly. And I'm very excited. And also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I had the great honor on Thursday of visiting the Biafra headquarters in Maryland and meeting with the diaspora. You have a marvelous headquarters in Maryland, Prime Minister, and it's, I think, a testament to the achievement of the government. And I was greeted with the most wonderful hospitality and graciousness, and I appreciate the warmth I've received from many Biafrans so far. You have a beautiful headquarters. I think it's a testament to your leadership, Prime Minister, and the achievements of this government. And I enjoy interacting with and learning from the Biafran diaspora. And in the evening, I hosted a get-together with some diasporans here in Washington, D.C., and we're going to do many more of these. And I think this is a chance where the diaspora can learn from us in terms of our political activities, but we and myself can also learn from the diaspora. And we're going to be working more closely with the diaspora. I'm sure you saw the Prime Minister's tweet about how the government is going to start to interview people for political directors. We're going to be creating a political PAC. And so our firm is going to assist with the creation of a proper infrastructure here in the United States in order to get the grassroots properly organized and mobilized. And both myself and my firm are going to help with that, and we're going to work very closely with this new structure we're creating where all the grassroots energy can be channeled in an effective manner. So I just want to say this has been a great honor. We're making enormous progress in just the first month, and we'll be making much more progress in the months ahead. I think we're going to be delivering some very big surprises for the zoo the next few months. They're not going to know what's hitting them. I mean, they're already very, devastated by what we're doing. You know, they're being hit by all sides. The Nigerian government is very worried. In fact, you might have seen some of these think tanks in the zoo are writing these letters complaining to the U.S. government, what is this lobbying and we don't like it and so forth. So clearly what we're doing is scaring them, and they should be scared, as I've said in the town hall on Thursday. So once again, it's a great honor, Prime Minister. I appreciate you indulging me in making my brief remarks. And I just thought to say hello since you were conducting this town hall, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Elias. Thank you. Let's continue. And also, I would like to inform the Biafrans in the United States, that very soon, we are, of course, that is not something I want to announce here. So it's going to be a private thing. So let me not overtalk. So, Rep, please take over from me. Thank you.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as the hot. In case it's your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as the hot. You don't share my people. As it happened for the Obodo, remember that all over the nation called Nigeria, that nation where the Prime Minister Amazi Nnamdi Kanu, they call the Obodo of Manu. As it be, what don't they happen for that side? As protests don't they go in their government, a lot of them don't they cry because when the Prime Minister and the Amazi Nnamdi Kanu Hamadike, one of Ndibo was warning them of the upcoming propaganda against the Nigerian citizens and the upcoming propaganda by the Tinubu's government and the plan at hand, I felt a lot of people, felt reluctant. They refused to listen because they believe that maybe somehow Kanu is just fighting for his people. But there were some expositions that were done by this gentleman called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why whenever you hear me call him Ohamadike one of Ndibo, there is a reason. I, Yokopus Master, I don't talk anyhow. If you have been following us in this channel, you know that sometimes some people complain of the misconception of title and the rest of them, but sometimes these titles are to draw you so that you'll be able to, get attuned to our videos and be able to see the reality, because somehow the world does not like what is true. And when we tell you the real things, you don't like to listen to it. Meanwhile, I see the hot for the Obodo now, all over the nation, all over the country called Nigeria, everybody is protesting. The citizens are hungry, the masses are hungry, the workers are not paid, the government officials have not been paid their full pay, our elders, their pension and gratuities has not been paid, and this is what the nation is suffering from now. Akwangwaru na agwa n'oge meriri, n'oge meriri, asimu n'oge meriri ya. Remember that anybody that is trampling on a prophet, when you see people like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, an ordained Jewish prophet, people like that, when you trample upon them, when you don't talk through about those kind of people, you tend to like, experience some kind of thing, some kind of backwards and the rest of them. And of course, you know that this present government entered and felt that, okay, the people we are going to fight is Ndibo. When they were fixing people in office, no Igbo man. When they were giving positions, no Igbo man. When they were appointing their parastatals, no Igbo man. It was only few people that they know that these ones are their servants, because they know that as one Igbo amuziri amuzi one, everyone Igbo amuziri amuzi is an advocate. And the Ndibos are hustlers. Now, the current protest that is going on is not even affecting Ndibo, because Ndibo are there chopping rice, chopping beans, enjoying themselves, and they say that this is how they are doing their own protest too. And also, I'm going to bring you the information one by one as it happen for the Obodo. As for Kaduna now, they say the people where we say that they carry out this protest, don't they clash with the NIG police, as a lot of people were shot short on the process. And I said, Nigerian police, why? Nigerian police, why? Nigerian police, why? What is happening? What is your problem? These people you are shooting, The government has given you order. Yes, you are a police officer who signed an agreement with government that whatever your commander commands you, you are going to obey to protect the flag of your nation. But you should look at, as a wise man, look at what the people are doing. It is not every order that is being given to you that you carry out. They told you to go and stop the protest. They did not say you should go and kill people. Even though they told you to go and kill the people, you should use your number 6 and know that these people are your people. They could be your brother. They could be your sister. They could be your friends. Why are you harming them? People who are on peaceful protest that the nation should become well. And one thing people should know is that the politicians in this nation has decided that nobody is allowed to speak their mind. They say we are in democracy, but the democracy politicians are even more crazy. Yes, just quote me right. I'm the one that said it. The democracy politicians in this nation are more crazy. It's not even democracy, but it's democracy because they are very crazy. As it is, on information reaching us, we have been able to check places like Abia State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Delta State, almost all over the Biafra land. There is nothing like protest that is going on. And I want to let you know that these people, the Biafrans, believe that why are they protesting when they already have hope that a nation that is a nation called their own, is coming very fast. And they felt that, yes, it is time for us to, just to stay clear and watch these people do what they are doing. Oh, Setela. Okwangwara gagwa n'ihere gemegi ekweso okwangwara gagwa n'ihere gemegi. Of course, ihere has become the fate of the politicians in Nigeria. As it be, they say that Delta Bank's offices shut down as protests ground Asaba. Right now in Asaba, banks have been shut down, offices have been shut down, markets have been shut down in Asaba, as the people in Asaba has come out to protest for their political rights and to make sure that the government provide the promised social amenities. Because one thing Africans don't understand is that government is not for the government. The people who are there, of course, you know that we have government in 2 types, arbitrary types. We have the government as a machinery. We also have the government as a body. Those who work in the government are machineries who help the government to carry out their activities. But they are not the main government, because the main governments are the people. That is why it is called government of the people, by the people, because we are operating a democratical system of government. And that is why people like Mazen Nandekano are protesting, telling the people, revealing the truth. And Nigerians don't like this kind of people. Other tribes, people like the Yorubas, the Hausas, the Ibibios, the Efiks, the thieves, and the name but a few, we are kicking against Mazen Nandekano. Even the Orons and the Calabares, people like what is his name? Asari Dokumbo. We are kicking against Kano. But now they have seen the truth. They have seen that the government is not there to favor them. They have seen that the government is not favorable to them. They have seen that the government does not have any interest for them. The government is there to share the money, squander the money, and enjoy the money. And the eyes of these people are just opening right now. As there be another information, they say that 2 Lagosians has been nabbed by FBI/EFCC for taking 1 million from Jamaican government. 1 million we are talking about is not even 1 million naira. We are talking about $1 million. I will still bring you to the full detail of that information. But someone will ask, why are our youth engaging into fraudulent activities? It is because the government have failed to provide the necessary social amenity for the people. In America, the minimum wage is $11 or $10 or thereabouts, depending on the company you are working with. And this minimum wage is not even like it's a monthly salary. It's per hour. So in America, if you have strength to work for 5 hours, you are earning $50 for the 5 hours. If you have strength to work for 10 hours, you are earning $100 for the 10 hours. So in a month, you can decide how much you should earn. And that is why you see people working for more than 5, 6, or 7 jobs in a day to be able to make ends meet. But here in Nigeria, they say they are still dragging the minimum wage of 70,000. And they are telling the people, if they are paying you 70,000 as a minimum wage, it means that we are going to have an inflation because there will be a big release of money. Meanwhile, the politicians you are backing, the politicians you are taking money from, the politicians you are taking salt from, the politicians you are taking peanut from, are counting their money in billions and in millions. If you check the salary of a state governor, his house allowance, his kitchen allowance, his wardrobe allowance, his fuel allowance, coupons, and all these things, they are running in millions. Meanwhile, these people are the leaders, and the leaders are supposed to make sacrifice for their people. Yes, the work of a leader is to make sacrifice for his people. It's not for you to be there and be enjoying the whole money. It is to make sacrifice, the necessary sacrifice for your people. That's the work of a leader. But in Africa, our leaders have decided to repose. FBI, EFCC nabbed 2 Lagosians for stealing $1 million from Jamaican government. 2 Nigerians have been arrested in Lagos for allegedly duping the Jamaican government of $1 million. The arrest was led by the country's major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. According to Loop News, the 2 men were detained in their residence in Lekki, Phase 1, Lagos, following an investigation into the involvement of an international cyber group reacted to Nigeria and the cyber fraud. The 3 agencies subsequently coordinated an arrest warrant secured through international collaborations. MODCA Director of Communication, Major Basil Jarrett, said the agency had in 2023 received a complaint from the National Water Commission over an attempt to defraud them of over $1 million through a business email compromise with